I am totally and vehemently opposed to the decision by the National Electoral Commission to reverse nomination of Rebecca, the NUP candidate contesting against Honorable Fiona Nyamutoro for NEBI, Woman Member of Parliament. I am totally opposed. It is an unfair decision. First of all, it is wrong to test the veracity of documents in the Electoral Commission body where the standard of proof of forgery or fraud is very low. In civil procedure, fraud or forgery, the standard of proof is always high. You can't say that a person who allegedly signed a nomination paper has now said that this signature is not theirs. If you say that, then you need to know that our people are not very keen at signing documents, especially those whose signatures are not necessarily needed at all times to authenticate documents. Our people are very casual with their signatures. You find a single individual with about 10 signatures. Today he signs this way, the following day he signs that way, the third day he signs in a very different way from the first two signatures. So we are now going to leave way to give an olive branch to those who want to denominate their opponents by just paying bribes to the people who nominated the opponents, and then thereafter they make denials, and then the Electoral Commission relies on the denials to denominate, to reverse nomination of candidates. I find it very unfair and becoming, and it is a step backward in terms of democratization. It takes away the inalienable rights of Rebecca, the right to contest, the right to participate in the democratization process of Uganda. Also, I am opposed to this decision because one of the reasons given for the decision was that one of the two persons who had allegedly nominated Rebecca was an NRM who could not have nominated a NUP candidate. That is strange to the law. Our law, the Parliamentary Elections Act, is very clear. I don't need signatures only from my political party. If I am a candidate of NRM, any other person, anybody from any political party can nominate me. Who says that a person from NUP cannot nominate an NRM member, or that a person from NRM who is a registered member of the party cannot nominate a NUP member or a NUP candidate? I find that strange. I find it illegal. I find it an affront to the democratization process. And in fact, it is an attempt to subjugate, control members of the opposition. And I think we are not democratizing that way. Lastly, I have a question. It is rhetoric, but it is important. Suppose the person who was complaining, the petitioner, suppose the petitioner was the NUP candidate or a NUP person, and the respondent, the person being petitioned against, was the NRM candidate, and the facts remained the same. Would the NRM candidate be denominated? Would her nomination, Fiona Nyamutoro, would her nomination be reversed under similar circumstances? If the answer is no, then the law in Uganda is not operating uniformly, yet it is a fundamental standard, conventional standard principle of law that it should apply uniformly. I find that the law in Uganda is not applied uniformly, and I find that the decision of the Electoral Commission to reverse the nomination of Rebecca is unfair, and it should be challenged in the High Court under judicial review procedure, because the body, the Electoral Commission board that took the decision is a quasi-judicial body. Its decision can be challenged in the High Court under judicial review proceedings.